really cool time-traveling story called Bike to the Future. This guy's name is Elliot. He's a really smart scientist guy and inventor. He was the one that invented Twizzlers and also that sticky goop that makes fart sounds. One day he was doing an experiment on his dog, Ginger, to make her talk. But he accidentally forgot to carry the one on his long division, and the dog blew up all over. He was sad and he cried so hard that he drooled. Then he stopped crying and decided to invent a time-traveling machine to bring his dead dog back from the dead. So he put together a bunch of cool metal and electronic equipment and ate all the candy and Dr. Pepper he wanted so he could stay up till after midnight. The next morning he attached it to his BMX bike and it lit up and it looked awesome. He had to go 8 miles per hour in order for it to work. So he went to the end of the street to rode the bike as fast as he could. And when it hit 8 miles per hour, a bunch of electricity happened, like... The next thing he knew, he was back in the garage. And Ginger was alive again, so he carried the heck out of the one. Then he gave her an injection and she started talking. Whoa, cool, I can talk. He was so excited that he accidentally spilled Dr. Pepper all over the time machine. And the next thing he knew, he was in the future. And all the humans were actually artificially intelligent robots. And they saw Elliot and thought he must be an alien or something. So they shot lasers out of their faces at him and then made cool sounds like... So he jumped on the bike again and he ended up in some kind of park. And he thought he was safe. But then a crazy guy with a skirt made of leaves pointed a spear at him. But then he got shot in the neck with a dart. So Dale turned around. It was a cool archaeologist with a brown hat and a whip. And he said, "Hey, come with me. I'm looking for a magical sword or something." And Elliot said, "Okay." But he was scared, so he jumped back on the bike. And he ended up in a big field. And this lady just kept talking about purple. And it was kind of boring. So he got the heck out of there.
Purple.
And he ended up in World War II. And there were bombs going off everywhere. It was way cooler. And an army guy was like, "Come on, the enemy is invading our base. We gotta go save Private Brian." Then he heard the whistling of the missile. So he jumped on his bike just as it hit. He went flying into the air and went all the way across the moon. And he landed in some water. He was relieved to be out of there. But just then, a huge shark fin popped up behind him. And hear that scary da-da-da-da sound like you hear whenever a shark is around. Then he got pulled under hard. But luckily, he ate the bike too. So it zapped him back into his garage. And Ginger was there and he was so relieved. So they went into the TV room. But then he noticed a glass of water was jiggling around. And Ginger said, "Uh-oh, you know what that means." And Elliot said, "Yeah, the stereo was up too loud." And they watched the rest of Jurassic Park and went to bed. Sugarboy! I love Steven Spielberg movies.